Oh my gosh, I am so happy to be here right now because I hate my job. I absolutely hate it. I work retail at American Apparel, and exactly. And the only thing worse than being 10 years older than everyone you work with is that everyone that I work with is 16. Right, so if you're good at math, you're like, oh man, she's 26 years old, working at American Apparel, winning at life, just rocking it, okay? Awesome. Whoop, we have to listen to this terrible radio station all the time, but Whoop, There It Is came on one fine, glorious day, and I started singing along, because that's kind of my anthem for the 85ers, okay? And this 16-year-old looked up at me and was like, oh my gosh, how do you know all the words? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's Whoop, There It Is. It just repeats itself like 37 times. That's about it. And then I took a 15 and I cried a little bit with myself. Solid. The only people I hate worse than my employees are the customers. Just the whole gamut. No, I know everybody shops there. If you go in for your V-necks or your hoodies or your Halloween costume, we're cool, okay? Because I get it. My problem is the guys that are like, I'm not sure if I want a V-neck, a deep V, or a regular V. And he wants me to go on this journey with him and figure out what kind of V-neck he wants. Okay, and after 20 minutes, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's a Tuesday, and there are children dying in Ethiopia. Okay, and we're here talking about V-necks. And he's like, oh my gosh, it's so funny that you say that. I'm actually leaving on a trip tomorrow to go to Ethiopia to start an orphanage. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm out. I'm leaving. So I took a break, and I cried again. It was awesome. I leave the store every chance I get. Because if I don't, I'll strangle everyone. It'll just be like just bad. It'll be a bad situation. And I love people watching, and the only thing better than people watching is pigeon watching. Okay? It's awesome, because the pigeons are like prostitutes. Okay? They're just territorial and shameless, and all they do is eat and scurry around and look at you funny. Okay? And they just they make you feel like you're so not important, and it's like, you're a pigeon, what are you doing? I am 16 times bigger than you. This is not gonna work out. And my mom is so proud of me right now that I am on stage telling jokes about pigeons when she sent me to 4 to 5 years of college. She's like, this is awesome that this is what you're doing with your life. She's so happy about that. She actually didn't come tonight. I'm like, hey, are you gonna make it out? No, actually. And in case I ever forget, I live with her, so she tells me all the time. She loves to just not support me. It's awesome. And other than that, though, she's a pretty cool roommate. She doesn't bust me on anything. Or cool. But it's not like I have anything to be busted on because I'm such a loser. It's not like I have some great stash of porn from the 80s. Like, that's not, no, I'm not. And my problem with porn is that I think about it too much. Like, I start watching it and I'm like, that dumb bitch, that is not the delivery guy. I see the box of DiGiorno in the background. And we all know how it's gonna end, but I keep watching it like a bad M. Night Shyamalan movie. And then in the end, I'm like, oh my God, he was blind the whole time. This is good, I'm glad. I have the same problem at strip clubs. I walk in, oh no, I'm the only one that goes to strip clubs. Yeah, you're right, all right, this is a church group, good. Awesome. So when I go to a strip club, I walk in and there's just the sight to see. And I'm like, thanks, guys. And I'm like, oh man, that is not comfortable what she is doing up there. no. And I'm like, but that guy is digging it. He's just so happy about it right now. It's funny, my grandmother basically thinks that I'm a prostitute. Because every time, when I go to my shows, she's just like, oh, so you're gonna go do what it is you do at night? And I'm like, yeah, I am. That's the plan. I got a show to be at. That's what I'm doing. And she's like, I just don't like it. I don't like it that you're out on the street at night. She's like, how do you even get these shows? I'm like, well, I have a guy. He calls me. Sometimes I have to perform 1 or 2 times in an evening. But I do it because I love it. For the craft. She doesn't, the whole illusion is just out the window. She's not getting the metaphor at all. She's like, what? It's lost on her. She's Cuban. I know I look like a white girl, but I'm Cuban. That's a story for another time. Why not? There's not enough minutes in the day to talk about what it's like to be a white-looking Cuban girl. Everyone's like, how did you speak Spanish? Oh, it's a magic trick. That's what it is. It's an optical illusion. That's what happened. I have an autistic brother, and he, everyone's like, oh no, he's autistic, don't, be nice. And I'm like, no. If we're gonna make him normal, we gotta treat him normal. We gotta, make him play by the rules. And everyone's like, oh man, you are such a bitch. And I'm like, oh man, you are absolutely right. Yes, I am. I don't care. It's awesome. You guys have been an amazing audience. I'm gonna head out. Thanks so much.